Ah, yet again, I've made it early. Chester's not logged on. So my challenge this week is Green Budgie, Jade Falcon. And the one, the one with the floppy disk shutter background, as I always remember it. So I've come up with 3 ideas. I'm going to play this one because I think it's a bit more reliable. I had a kind of jump themed I am Jade Falcon deck, which is based on this, which I've still got and I could play if we get a second game. And I've got a big mechish deck, which I'm really unhappy with, and I've tried and it just seems to fall flat on its face and not work. But you know, I was trying something different and I've kind of gone back to the model that I used with, I think it was Star Adder or something or other. So again, I might get to play it, we'll see. There's my camera. Good, probably. So we'll just talk it through just before we start. So I have one pilot, one command, the French Beret Martha Pride, and the reason I've got that is that apart from a couple of units, there are a load of Jade Falcon units in here. The Jade Falcon pilots are all quite good. You just got to kind of go with it, and they are expensive. They all cost 4. Well, Aiden costs 4, Diana costs 4, Joanna I think costs 3. Let's just have a quick look. I think Joanna costs 3. Where is she? Yeah, she costs 3. Aiden's 4, Diana's 4, and then Horse is 2, but he's got an L and a T buyout. So, well, let's make Warrior Caleb. Where's Horse gone? There he is. He's got a 2p buyout on top of 2, so you might as well probably call that 4. They've got some nice abilities, but I just think everyone wants to play with the big pilots, and I know they're in the F20 deck that Mitch and I've designed. The Predator's quite nice, but this isn't necessarily how I've configured this deck. So I've gone full on, well, as Jade Falcon as I can get and be happy with it. I have 2 Jenners, and the sole reason they're in the deck is they dash. If I can drop one out, and it just gives me another unit that can attack that turn, which is not a bad thing for a game end. My 2-cost units are Crimson Hawk, a moderate 043 overheat 1 long range 2 jumper. 2, it's not bad value at all. Actually, if I just go through them this way, I have the Crimson Hawk, I have the Uller, the generic Kit Fox E, which is anywhere because it's clan, 044 jump, probably the same as the Crimson Hawk. You could probably take the Crimson Hawk out and put another Uller of some description in, but just to keep Chester happy, I've gone with flavour here. So there's the Uller C, and then we also have the Uller H, and this has got long range 1, this has got long range 1, this has got long range 2. So there's a fair bit, and ER large lasers giving long range, not quite convinced. ER PPC, yes. Gauss rifle, yes. Martha I've mentioned. Then in the 3-cost slot, I've gone with the Uller G, a 043 missile 1, which is just gravy, to be honest. Another long range, and ECM, which is quite nice because all of these are 04s, or in the case of the Crimson, yeah, they're all 04s. So the ECM is really nice on there. Fire Falcon B, 043 overheat for another 1. It's a fast when compared to the Crimson Hawk. It doesn't have long range, but at 3 cost it's pretty decent. The 2 Jenners I've mentioned. The Hankyu Prime, jump ECM 043. Again, the ECM is quite useful for attacking in pairs, and you'll see a lot of my attacks are 3s and 4s. So the idea here is probably do something around resource denial, because these are quite cheap. And then finally at the top end I have the very strong, very popular, or at least in draft anyway, Black Lantern A, ECM again 175, which is a 275. So I've actually got 4, 10 and with the Uller G, I've got 16 sources of ECM in here, which really does help given the fragility of some of these units. To top that off, on the mission side, we have 1 Steel Talons, 1 Pride of the Trueborn, this is basically risky combat jump without having the jump. So you can play this on anything, which is quite good. 1 to 2, 2 damage. Return the card again, which is nice because you get it back to play again. And then 3 to 6 plus 3, prevent 2. Okay, that's pretty strong. Superiority complex, play any battle, choose a mech you control, the mech gets plus 3 attack. It's Jade Falcon and Smokejack only, so I can probably forgive it. But there we go. Given where good shooting is and pushing the envelope and stuff. Unconventional tactics. Play only when attacking. Reduce the armor of all opposing units to 0. This can be very powerful, and the reason it's very powerful is it's all opposing units. So if there are 3 blockers and their armor is 1, 2 and 3, just say, that's all reduced to 0. So that's effectively 6 attack. It's a bit situational because it depends on what you're playing against, but Chester does have a habit of going for slightly larger units, so reducing the armor on that to 0 is probably worth 2 to 3 points of damage on that single unit, and this is all of them. So it's a good way of enabling a kill. And caught in the field of fire, play during battle, each of your mechs gets +1 attack, which is nice. Each of your fast mechs gets another +1, so that's +2 to fast mechs, and prevent 1 damage to each of your fast mechs. I've got a fair few fast mechs in here which I would like to keep on the table. I suspect that Chester will be trying to kill the Hanky Primes most of the time, so if I can give it an extra armor, and with the ECM, all of a sudden this takes 6 to kill, which is pretty tough. Okie dokie. The resource deck is nothing too amazing. 7 tactics, 7 assembly, 4 munitions, 4 warfans and 2 black markets. I don't think that's overly out of kilter. Should I drop the Crimson Hawk for something else? The problem with that is, what do I drop it for? Because it's in a 2-cost slot. You could argue the Fire Falcon A, but I haven't got the munitions for it to come up. I'm light on the munitions buyouts. You see, I've got this unit here. The Uller G is really only the munitions unit around. That's alright, I thought it was somebody outside. I thought at one point I had something else in there. Oh yeah, the Jenners as well. So those are my only munitions units. Could I go for something else? Fire Falcon D would fit in there. It just does 2 damage, and the problem there is it's not 3 damage. Okay, it's fast as opposed to moderate. The Kit Fox I've already got in there. I could put the Centaur in, a 1-4-3, but then Crimson Hawk gives me the option to go to 4 if I need it. So if I go Crimson Hawk and Hanky or Prime across, I can overheat and the ECM just absorbs the 1. So I can't see anything really that goes in the slot. You could Uller S maybe if you want a 5 attack. Cougar D is quite nice, but it's 3 and the Crimson Hawks are 2. That could easily go in the deck without too many problems. I quite like it, a 1-4-4 for 3 with an L for 2 and a long range. It might be worth considering. What would I take out? Not a lot, because most of my moderate stuff is in the 2-cost and 3-cost. I'm not taking the Jenners out, I'm not taking the Hankies out. So I would either take out the Kit Fox for it, which I could do, and drop the Jenners, play Dasher, but everybody plays Dasher, so that's why I'm playing Jenner. I think I might have had this in at one point. The Fire Falcon's a bit weak. The Cougar, Fire Falcon H. I'm just not overly excited by Fire Falcons, to be honest. Kit Fox W at 4. It's quite expensive for 5 damage. Yes, it can kill a resource on its own at +2 attack. But there you go. So I think I'm going to stick to it at the moment. There's some stuff that could go in there, maybe if I wanted. But there we go. Right, I'm going to hop into Discord now, and we'll see if the man is there. Hello, hello, hello. Or am I in the right voice chat? I think I'm in the right voice chat. You need to turn your volume up, mate, because I can't hear you. Well, you need to trigger your microphone, or possibly...
sorry. How's that?
Oh, that sounds like a human. That's great.
I keep... I'm still getting used to this little microphone thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've only used it with you, so... But here we are. And my voice is nice and clear?
Your voice is very nice and clear.
How's the background noise?
Background noise is not too bad, i.e. there isn't much of it.
Okay. Then we're good to go. I am up.
Okay.
And running.
Oh, server whatever else.
You should find me with no problem.
Mm-hmm. That's the plan. Join the game. Yep, there we go.
There it
and
is.
Load deck to me.
My deck should be there.
You got to load it. Remember, it's not there until it's not there until you load it. If you load it beforehand, I think it clears it before you join the server.
And, that's what it did. Okay, so I'm there. I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay, so the only thing we need to do is move this down just a little bit there. Okay, so it's roll dice. Even I go first.
Yeah, go on then.
And it's even I'm going first.
Okie dokie.
So first thing we do, spawn that card, baby. We gotta draw cards. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's that. I will draw a card.
Mm-hmm. So what am I playing against today? What have you cooked up for me this week?
But do you want me to tell you, or do you want to find out?
It's always nice to know what I'm playing against. I don't want the details, obviously, but the faction.
It's going to be Wolf. It's going to be Wolf in Exile again.
Oh, Wolf in Exile.
Keep after until I get it right.
You haven't played it. Draw a main card. Okie dokie. Tap that. Turn that over. Put one on that. Your turn.
All right. So, 1, 2.
Wolf in Exile.
It's kind of handy. Not as much as I would have liked. So we'll do that.
There's one.
Do that.
Oh, what the hell's that?
Move out.
Oh,
Pass turn.
Pack Hunter. Untap. Draw. Okie dokie. Play one. Tap that. Tap that. To clear that.
Well,
play another. Your turn.
I wish I could say I was surprised, but I'm not.
What? You asked me to play Jade Falcon.
Oh, I did.
So you've got a yellow frog. I find it bizarre that the clan is named after a coloured bird, and one of their most prevalent mechs is made out of a frog, or looks like a frog. Yes. Yes.
It does. It absolutely looks like a frog.
It should have been called a fire frog instead of a fire falcon.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. Okay.
Oh, logistics. All three. What we got?
And we'll pass turn.
Oh, I played centaurs. Okie dokie. Draw a main. Draw a resource. Okay. I'm going to play that. Tap 1, tap 2, tap 3, and put one of those out.
Yeah, one deserves another.
It does indeed. Turn.
All right. Oh. One, two.
Dashing fire moth.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hmm. Huh.
You're right.
Okay. We'll attack your stockpile.
With the pack hunter and the satyr. Hmm.
Your turn to do math.
Yeah, yeah. How do I want to do this? We will block with this Fire Falcon B.
Okay.
We will play Pride of the Trueborn. We will allocate 3 damage to the pack hunter.
He's dead.
I rolled a 1, which means it comes back to my hand. The pack hunter dies, and I suspect my Fire Falcon is going to die as well.
Yes, he's gone.
Okay.
Hmm. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw a card. Oh, you beauty. And draw a card. So I will pay 1, 2 for that.
Oh, there you go.
1 and
Turkey
2
knows that little fella.
for that.
Oh, nice.
turn.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, wait.
Okay. What we got coming out? Another. Hold on. Right, what's going on here? One satyr
Hold on.
for 2, and then there's an assembly. Point commander. Okay, so the satyr doesn't dash, does it? No.
No. No. They don't dash. Okay, that's it. I passed turn.
You're passing turn. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Untap all. Draw a card. Draw another one. Oh, that's just gross. 2 for a Crimson Hawk.
Yep.
2 for a Crimson Hawk. We will send the Crimson Hawk and the Kit Fox over to your assembly.
Yes, you will.
What was that thing?
Everything.
Ah. Well, let's get it done.
Yeah.
Right. We'll do the double block.
Okie dokie. Right then.
And I have the initiative, so you got to do all your stuff first.
Yeah, sure. Just give me a second. So
No problem.
you've got. So you get an extra die to roll. Okie dokie. So we will. Yeah. So we are gonna overheat the Crimson Hawk for 1.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to play Pride of the Trueborn as well.
Yep.
We are going to allocate 8 damage to the Satyr from the Crimson Hawk and the Kit Fox, and if I do any additional damage from Pride of the Trueborn, it's going to go on the Satyr. So roll the dice. I rolled a 3, so that now has 2 armor and 3 extra damage. So that's 8 to the. Let me just do this. I'll put them as construction counters for the moment. So that's 8 on there and 3 on there. So that's 4, 8. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
And the Crimson Hawk got the armor?
It did indeed, because I played Pride of the Trueborn on it, yes.
4, okay.
Yeah.
So we've got...
Effectively, it's got 1 armor.
We've got 5 damage. Yeah, we'll throw it all on the Kit Fox and get rid of it.
Kill the Kit Fox, so that's 5. Okie dokie. That gets scrapped.
So
That gets scrapped.
for the satyr, standard satyr there.
Yeah. The one with the...
We'll roll 3 dice.
Oh, you're rolling... Hold on. Which one are you rolling for? The 2 or the original?
One with the
3 on it. Okie
one
dokie.
with three damage on
Sure,
it. Okay,
yeah.
so here we go. I need 4s, 5s, and 6s. So
Yeah.
1,
1,
2, 3. So I get rid of 2.
So it ends up with 1 damage on it, basically. So I'll clear clear that. Can I clear that?
Sure.
Tap it, and then that gets a damage on it. Yeah, cool.
There you go. And for this one over here,
That one's cleared.
he's going to. He gets to roll. Actually, he gets to roll 4 dice.
Yeah.
Actually, he gets to roll 4 dice too. Hold on.
Yeah.
He gets one more.
Yeah, roll one more.
Forgot. One more. Let's see.
Just roll the dice. 3.
3 stays.
No difference.
Okay, so four dice here. Here we go.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So prevent
Got rid of 2.
2, and I gave
So
it
he's
8.
gone.
He's gone. Yeah.
All right. That wasn't good.
Mm-hmm. And my Crimson Hawks come out to play.
There we go. Wow. That's total crap. What can I do? Well, there's 1. And there's 2.
Oh, another dasher.
And I will repair one.
Mm.
Fixes him.
Yep.
So. I'm gonna go after your stockpile.
With that Protomech.
With a center, yep. Protomech's coming after you.
All right. I will leave it unblocked. 2 damage?
Kidok. That'll be, yes, that'll be 2.
Scrap a card, scrap a card. Hmm, that was rather annoying. Hmm. Okay.
No, not yet.
All right.
Attack your stockpile.
Block. Assign 3 damage to you.
Yep. I assign 2 to you.
Okay.
And I'll hit your stockpile for 4.
Okay, doke. Scrap 1, scrap 2, scrap 3, scrap 4. Oh, that's a little annoying.
And I'll pass turn.
Right, untap all. I'm gonna draw that. Okay, so I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna tap 1, 2, 3 for one of those. I'm gonna use that assembly to repair one. Oh, repair one on the Fire Falcon. Okie dokie.
Mm-hmm.
2 Crimson Hawks are going to head over to your assembly.
Assembly is gone.
I have to overheat 1 for it. Okay. And we'll send the Crimson Hawk over to your stockpile.
That will be 3, yes?
I'll overheat it for 4.
Yeah. Or 4, rather.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unseen Blaze, Satya, Unseen Blaze, Intimidation. Turn.
All right.
Yeah, I wonder why you put intimidation in the deck.
Wow. Well, that wasn't quite the way I planned it. But what else is new, right?
Okay. Another tactics. And another pack hunter.
Wait.
Ah. One.
What?
Okay. I will send these over as a group to attack your stockpile.
Okay. We will. Yeah, we'll block with a Fire Falcon.
Okay.
We'll overheat the Fire Falcon because it's probably going to die. We will allocate 2 to the Dasher and 2 to the Protomech.
Yes. So we will, do all 4 and get rid of you.
Yeah.
And so he dies.
Dasher dies, and then there's 2 on the Protomech, which you get to roll
So
your
he
dice
has to
for.
roll. So 1, 2,
So it takes
3. He takes
no,
1.
oh yes,
No. Yeah, he takes 1.
takes 1.
Pass turn.
Untap all, draw a card, draw a card. Ooh. So how am I going to do this? I am going to go tap 1, tap 2, tap 3 for an Uller, and tap 1 and tap 2 for another Uller.
Why not?
Why not? Yes. So
Why not indeed?
we will yeah, we'll send those over to your stockpile. In
Okay,
fact,
so
you
looking
really
at a total
did do
of
that wrong.
4 and 3. There's going to be 7.
And there's a missile.
Yeah, plus a miss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take the 7. So there's
I'll
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'll overheat the Crimson Hawk for another one to make 8.
Okay, that's
And
8.
roll the dice. A 2.
2 more.
Yeah.
1, 2. Okay.
Okay,
What else?
We'll send the. Let me just move these out of the way. We'll send the 2 pack hunters over now.
Yeah. I'll block with my pack hunter and kill one of them.
Okay, I will overheat both of them. I will allocate 4 damage to the pack hunter, but I have 4 long range, so I will push 4 through. And that one dies.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okie doke. Out come the 2 kit foxes, and it's over to you.
Alright.
This has been pretty brutal. There's been units dying left, right, and centre.
Well, as usual, The card draw gods are not in my favor. Nope, they're not gonna. No, it's not gonna happen. All right.
Oh, have you drawn something really
Wow.
good?
No, I'm drawing something really stupid.
Okay.
But like they, it's
Another tactics.
you know, it's kind of how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pass turn.
Okie dokie. Untap. Draw a card. Draw a card. Oh well. How do I want to do this? So I'm going to tap that to repair one there. I'm going to tap that and that to put that out, and tap that and that to put that out.
There you go.
Okey-dokey.
That should about do it.
Probably. How many on? 19.
Oh.
3. You can block 1. So I can do 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't quite do it. Okay.
That'll be next turn.
Yeah, very probably. We'll head over to the stockpile with the Kit Fox G and the Crimson Hawk.
Oh, this one.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I deployed the wrong unit. I deployed the wrong unit. It should be that one. Because I
No problem.
didn't have the units.
Again, it's a friendly game,
Yeah, sure.
mostly.
So over they go.
Oh. This one's going to be over in record time, kids.
Mm-hmm. I probably could have. Yeah, I think I could have. I could win this turn, but I've made the wrong decision, so it's all right. It is as it is.
It's an obvious next turn. It's all over.
Yeah.
You know, there's absolutely nothing. Worst I could do is next turn I could get out 2 more units.
Yeah.
It's not going to make a difference.
In
You got 1, 2, 3,
yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7.
In reality, if I'd have attacked with the Crimson Hawk, I could have pushed 2 through to the stockpile, which have got you to 17,
Yes.
and then I could have done 3, 6, 10, 14, and 2 missiles, and that would have got you to, if any of the missiles would have hit, I think the game would have been over. But it's all right. I declared it. So yeah, Kit Fox G, Crimson Hawk.
That was a quick kill. Would you be interested in playing this same one again?
Right. When you say this same one, am I playing your deck again, or am I playing my deck again?
Oh no, you go ahead and play your deck, and I'll play mine. I want to give this matchup another shot.
Okay, because I did build 3 Jade Falcon decks, by the way.
Well, then bring on something different next time. I want to see if I can make this thing work.
Okie doke. So let's go for a new game.
There you go.
And
That means I have to go get my deck again. So deck editor. And there it is.
Load a game.
And I load. There we go. All right.
Yeah. Spawn a card. Flip it over.
Okay. So I lost, so I'll decide
Yep.
after I draw my cards.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3,
I'm not sure if that's how legal that is, but who cares?
4, and 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I will draw 1. And play 1, pass turn.
Draw 1, draw 2, draw a main, draw a main, draw a resource. Cool. Draw 1, tap that, turn that over, put what? Not
1 on it.
1 construction. Your go. And I still didn't draw a card. I should have drawn 1 and drawn 1.
Right.
Because if I don't draw them, actually my stockpile stays higher than it should be. Yes. Play 2, draw 2. I should have
Wow.
5 cards in my hand. Yes. Oh, that's nasty.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait
What?
a minute. Wait a minute. I can do that. And then I could do that. Pass turn. There we go.
Untap
That's
all.
better.
Draw a main, draw a resource. Right. This turn I am going to deploy that and tap both of those to put that into play.
Hello. I recognize that fella. Okay.
I've still
There we
got
go.
deployment.
Oh, do you? Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah,
My bad.
that's all right. I'm gonna put that into play. Your turn.
There you go. All right. Oh, wow. That's... Wow. Okay, that's a pretty amazing draw.
So it's either really, really good or really, really bad.
No, it's beyond horrible.
Beyond horrible. Wow.
Yeah, this is just what? Okay.
I think
Well,
I know
let's do
what my
that.
next deck challenge is going to be.
Merciful heavens.
1 for tactics, and what the hell's that? Mech repair bay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Untap all, draw a main, draw a main. Ooh. Right. That's my first deployment. Tap 1, tap 2, tap 3, dashing Jenna, and...
Oh! That's going to be 7.
7 to the stockpile. Cool.
All done?
All done. Your turn.
Well,
That's your Puma. And you put a blood name on it. So that's 1, 2, 3 tactics. Yeah.
no, it's 4.
Plus 2, 4.
Pass turn.
Draw a main. Draw a main. Untap all. Tap 1, tap 2 for a Crimson Hawk. Tap 1, tap 2 for a Kit Fox. We will send the Fire Falcon and the Jenna over and destroy the mech repair bay.
It's gone.
Turn. Over to you.
Huh. Wow, okay.
You either drew an assembly or you drew something that's got big assembly buyout. That Puma's nasty. 6, 8.
Wow, okay, so here we are, turn what, 4, I think?
Pretty much, yeah.
So we're on turn 4. You've got 4 guys out. I'm going to have 2.
Mm-hmm.
This is not going to go anywhere. Crap.
Rystar and a Dasher. Okay. Uh, 4 for that, and you need another resource. Your Dasher's going to cost you 4, and your Rystar costs you another 1.
Oh, oh, yes, because I don't. Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
Okay. I think you only needed to scrap one of them, but still.
Yeah, there'll be a moment here.
Sure.
So.
There's your assembly. That makes your life easy.
For a moment or two. Oh,
You're right.
oh, I may have.
You did scrap both war funds. If you want to just put one back on the table, that's fine.
I can put this out. There you go. So I need to tap both of those?
Right. So
Each
you
one.
need to tap the assembly
that.
to pay for the weapons depot. And then that was 2, 3. Yes, you're fine. You're fine. You don't need to actually tap it.
Okay.
But still.
Ah,
4 asset deck, eh? L and M.
Wow.
yeah, that's not going to last long. We could pretty well kiss that goodbye. I think I should do that the other way around. 6. Yeah, let's do that the other way around.
Okay. Realistically, you should have.
Fiddling around.
Yeah, you should have reassigned
Yeah,
him
no.
before you put the Rystar on the table, because if you remove the pilot from one mech, it has to go to another, and you haven't actually got another one free. But as I said, I'm not worried.
I'm still playing with my deploy phase though, right?
At the moment, yes. But
And so that's when you
Yeah.
reassign pilots.
yes, but my point is that if the Rystar,
Yeah.
if you've assigned the Rystar, you can't swap them because the pilot has to go to an empty mech. So you have to leave the Rystar built, move the blood name candidate, and the dasher comes straight out, and then assign the rise star afterwards to the Puma. If you're going to go
Okay.
all official, yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, okay, that's all right. You
It
know,
still works.
it still works, and we're
Have to
quite
go
chilled
there.
about this. Yeah.
Oh, I don't need this anymore. And what can I do? That's no help. Well, poop. Yes. You guys are gonna have to tell me. Well, just for fun then. Let's go ahead and put him guarding the weapons depot.
So the Puma J
And-
and the Rise Star are guarding the weapons depot. All right, I'll just
Right.
move that there like that, if that's okay.
That's fine.
That's fine. Cool.
That works for me. And take out at least one, so I can hunt if I wanted to. Fast turn.
Okie dokie. Untap all. Draw a card. Draw a card. Ooh. Okay. So
Here it comes.
that's my first deployment. Tap 1, tap 2, tap 3 for a Hankey Prime.
Oh, why not?
Those guys will go after your assembly.
Will they now?
They will.
Well, I will block.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll play Force of Will. So that'll be 4 and 4 are 8, which will take care of. So I'll assign 4 to the Fire Falcon and 4 to the Jenner.
Okay. I hate to do this, but I'm going to play Steel Talons.
No, you don't. You don't. You do not hate to do that.
It was always an option. I'll remove your dasher from the battle.
Yeah. There goes my Force of Will all wasted.
Yeah. I'm sorry to do that. I literally just drew that. Anyone watching, or if you watch later, you'll see that I just drew it. So that remains tapped. I do 7 to the assembly.
Yeah. Dang.
I think anyone watching will think, Mark, that was a lucky draw. And I accept that. It's 1 card in the deck. I'll tell you now, there's only 1 in there. But well, the other way to look at it is it's got to be in the deck for you to use it. We'll go for your stock.
Oh, there you go.
We'll go for the stockpile with the Kit Fox and the Crimson Hawk.
So that's a total of another 8.
8.
Right?
Overheat, and away we go.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Over to you.
Ah. Well, the sad part of it is, The watchers cannot see my hand, so they don't know what's sitting over here, but they should be able to tell by just what I've been playing that once again the card draw did not work my way.
Mech repair bay.
Which is
Ice
not
food.
necessarily how I've I'm not losing because I'm not playing my cards right. I'm losing because I've not built my deck properly. So we're gonna draw one, draw two. Wow, I cannot get another guy out. That's amazing. Huh. Well, do that.
Oh, what have we got there? That looks fun. Oh, a star assignment officer.
Yeah. That's well, that's
3 counters on that thing.
all I can do, isn't it? Yeah. Pass turn.
Oh, they're guarding the weapons depot, are they? Okay. Untap.
Why not?
Draw a card, draw a card. Okie dokie. Tap 1, tap 2. Let's bring one of those out. Tap 1, tap 2, tap 3. We'll bring one of those out. Yeah, I think we'll do it that way. We'll send... Yeah, we'll send the Hankyu and the Jenna 2C over to the stockpile.
Well, wow, I can't even kill a hanky. I can kill that, but that's not going to do me any good. One point of overkill, and that's not the point. Ah. And yet I'm down so far. Didn't take long.
Probably done that the wrong way as well, but still.
Well, here's an interesting proposition. Okay, kids,
Okay.
I'm going to ask Mark's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So, knowing that I've only got one guy out
Mm-hmm.
that's guarding an asset, I've got one fire moth out that's going to die if I
Mm-hmm.
block. If I don't block, though, I'm going to wind up taking, looks like 7 anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mark, what would you do? Would you hold back, hoping to kill the Fire Falcon and/or the Kit Fox and
Right.
take the 7,
Okay.
or
So,
would you block the 7 and take the 7 anyway,
we're gonna
knowing that you would only be able to kill one?
we're gonna do some in-game analysis now, aren't we? We're just gonna do it for a bit of fun. Okay, kids.
Yeah.
Here's the lecture. So you've got 7 coming over for sure. Okay, you can kill the Jenner. Okay, you run the risk that if you don't block it, obviously you take 7. But then I can attack with a Kit Fox and you trade 1 for 1. But then I hit you with the Crimson Hawk and the Fire Falcon B for 8 anyway.
Oh, I didn't see the Crimson Hawk in the background.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. So I've got 3 other units. Okay. The fact that these are attacking together probably is worth blocking. If you don't block these, and I come over with the Kit Fox, it's a straight trade. You do 4 damage, I do 4 damage. And then you get hit with the Crimson Hawk and the Fire Falcon. Okay? If you don't block the Kit Fox, then you've got exactly a repeat of the same situation with the Crimson Hawk, but that's worse because I only need 2 to kill your Dasher, and I've got long range 2 on the Crimson Hawk. So blocking the Crimson Hawk is probably the worst thing you can do because I'll just kill the Dasher and shoot 2 through. So you're only effectively preventing 2 damage to the stockpile. Okay. If I attack with a Fire Falcon, you're going to do 4 to me anyway, and I'm going to do 3 fall back. So it's just a straight trade. So of what's left, you don't want to block the Crimson Hawk. Blocking the Fire Falcon because it's fast is probably your best bet instead of the Kit Fox, which is moderate. Okay, your other option is to block the Hanku and the Jenner and kill the Jenner, which is the only one you can kill because the Hanku's got ECM. The problem with that is that that's only 3 damage you're preventing to your stockpile, whereas if you block the Fire Falcon, you're preventing potentially 4. Or the Kit Fox. That's why I attacked as a pair, to give you the conundrum, is to try and push you into doing it. Yeah, I'm quite happy to trade 1 for 1 at this point. It's just you need to pick what you want off the table.
Well, looking at everything, my preference would be to try and take out the Fire Falcon.
Fair enough.
But so let's go ahead and go with that. So I'm going to go ahead and let the Jenner and the Hanky through. So that's going to be a grand total of 6. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
And what do you do next?
I'll send the Crimson Hawk over.
That's going to be 4.
Yeah, takes 1 damage.
4.
And I'll send the Kit Fox over.
That's going to be 4.
Okie
1,
dokie.
2, 3, 4.
And at that point, my question is, do I even bother with the Fire Falcon now?
Well, at this point, you would not. You just let it sit.
Yeah, the reason I'd let it sit would be that I know that I can trade my Fire Falcon for your Dasher and Blood Name candidate. Okay. Now you might argue that a 3-cost Fire Falcon to a 2-cost Dasher and a 1-cost Blood Name candidate is reasonable trade, and in resource value, 1 for the Blood Name, 2 for the Fire Moth, that's 3 versus my 3-cost Fire Falcon, is pretty decent, which is true on resources, but I'm trading 1 card for 2. I'm scrapping 2 of yours. So in a normal game, I would chill with the Fire Falcon at this point, because if you could conceivably let it through and then hit me, Obviously, that's not going to have a great effect on the game, but in a tighter game, you wouldn't do that. You would be very, very prudent to not do that. I'm going to send the Fire Falcon over just for the sheer hell of it, and you can block and get your kill if you really want. I don't mind. At this point, I'm so far ahead. You're going to kill it. Oh, I'll overheat and kill you. Why the hell not?
Yep.
Yeah, and then the Crimson Hawk and the Kit Fox G come out to play. Pass turn.
And that's it. Yeah. And tap all. I draw 2. Didn't get it.
Yeah.
Nope, couldn't get it.
No, Dasher. You haven't drawn a Fenris L in either game.
No. Well, I haven't. My draws are they're just not working out. I've got too many I got too many different buyouts required to get anything done. That's,
Yeah, because you got Protomechs
not
and munitions and other bits in here. Yeah, I'd probably, just looking at this, I would probably drop that Fenris because it's running M. And I'd probably drop the Firemoth and I'd go with an ALT deck if you're going to go with Protomechs.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah. So there we are. Oh, we got one more over here. Oh, I don't have to pay the extra for him. I had the M over there.
Yes, you've got it on Weapons Depot, and you've got assembly out as
so
well.
He should have only costed 2.
Yeah. So how much did you pay for him? 3 or
1, 2, 3?
So you should have another one on you.
3 on him, so he should be built. He would be built.
Okay.
I did that wrong.
Oh, that's all right. Sort it out. What we got coming over? Protomech. Clear. Right click and clear is the way to go with that, I suspect.
Yeah.
Rock Protomech. Oh yeah, that's a bit painful, isn't it?
No, it's not going to be as painful as I would like.
6 damage is not nice.
Well, I don't have much of a choice as far as what I can or can't do. 2. Yeah. Darn. I had to do that. Let's move him over there. Move him out. Pass turn.
Untap all, draw a main. Draw a resource. Play a resource. Tap that one to repair one. And we'll tap another and another and another to put a Fire Falcon out.
There you go.
So we'll pop over to the stockpile with the Crimson Hawks. Pair of. Which is probably a mistake. Possibly a mistake. No, it's fine.
Yeah, this is not going to matter.
No.
All right, so since it's not going to matter, then let's see. So I'll go ahead and add him.
Right, so
That gives you a total of 9.
right,
So
hold on,
put,
hold on, hold
4
on.
on 1 and
Right,
sure.
what are you blocking with? Because nothing's tapped.
Oh, sorry.
So you're blocking with the rock. 3.
Yep, and the adder.
And the adder. Okay.
Yeah, so that's a total of 9.
Yeah, and you have initiative. I'm going to overheat both. And I am going to assign, because I've got 8, I'm going to assign 6 to the adder. And I'm going to push 2 through to the stockpile.
Okay. So the adder takes 6. It'll roll for 3 of them.
Why?
Well, oh, sorry.
Not
The adder.
Protomech.
Right. He's just dead.
Yeah. And to be honest, guys, anyone watching here, that was a bit of a mistake. I probably should have only done 1 through to the stockpile, because if he'd have played Force of Will to keep the adder alive, then I wouldn't have killed it. But there you go. And I'm going to go over with the Kit Fox now. In fact, yeah, I'm going over with that. I'm going over with that Kit Fox. I should have gone over with the other Kit Fox really, but yeah, go on. I'm going over with that one for 4.
Sure. There's not much point. I'll just go ahead and block to do 2 to it.
And
he's gone, and I'm done.
1 long range, and then over with the other one. Roll the missile, which whatever that comes to is 3. Ouch. That's 6. Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
And we're done.
There is a surprising amount of long range in this deck. I didn't really notice it till I was playing, but you've got, and I'll go through the others. Let's just reveal to all this. So
here's a hot long range for 2 on
something so small is
like that.
It's crazy. Yes. The Kit Fox G has got long range 1 and a missile. The Kit Fox E has got long range 1. What else has got long range on here? The Kit Fox H has got long range 1 as well. So there is long range all over this deck, and there are 6 Gs, 6 Es, and 6 Hs, and 6 Crimson Hawks in this deck. So that's long range 12 and another 18. There's 30 points of long range damage in this deck if everything was put on the table.
Good grief!
And they're just a load of Ullers. This is the modern, well, this is kind of the more modern version of what was the Uller Swarm. If you played the original game where they put 5 or 6 of every Uller in a deck. And the one they missed out on was, I think it's the C, which is the rare one, because nobody had 6 of those. So you just put 6 primes, 6 A's, 6 B's, 6 D's, and something else in, probably a dasher or 2. Yeah, it's crazy. It's not very durable, but and this is a couple of other reasons I'm gonna just put the units around a bit, because there's no armor on oh, let's just clear that. There's no armor on the majority of this deck. The Ullers are 0-4s, the Jenners 0-3, the Crimson Hawks 0-4s, the Fire Falcons are 0-4s. So because they've all got a little bit of overheat, that's why I've got the Hankyu Prime with ECM, the Kit Fox G with ECM, and there are some Black Lantern A's with ECM, just to absorb a bit of that overheat damage. Because otherwise you're constantly repairing stuff.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
I had anticipated trying to do a couple of other things with this deck, and I just got caught up in the fun actually of playing the Protomechs. and thought that I might be able to pull off some tricks there.
Mm.
My first hand, I got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It was I still have a pair of point commanders. That's a Protomech
Yeah, the Protomech pilot.
um,
Yeah.
pilot, and the unseen blade, which is a
Mission.
Protomech mission.
Mm-hmm.
Just sit there in my hand with all this stuff, and I didn't get hardly anything.
Yeah. If you don't get a
Yeah, I
if you
couldn't get the yeah.
don't get a Protomech, they're useless, aren't they? Yeah.
They're not doing me a whole lot of good. They might help. They would help. You saw in the last game, they're helpful
Mm.
if you're playing Protomechs. They do their job.
Yeah.
But if you're not drawing them, if you don't get the mechs out first, they don't help much.
Yeah. 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 And to be very fair, and I will admit, I think I was very lucky drawing the Steel Talons when I was. Your trade with the Dasher and the Blood Name, Force of Will, 2-for-1 was actually really, really good. You just got unlucky that
Almost.
you got unlucky that I drew. I've got one Steel Talons in this deck, and I drew it the turn that I attacked, and it was sat there. And maybe you could say that's why I attacked that way, because I'd always got that safeguard. Yeah, that's probably true, but I probably would have done it that way. I did have another couple of missions that would have made a difference. I had Caught in the Field of Fire, which would have prevented 1 damage, so you couldn't have got the double kill. And most of the other ones wouldn't have made much of a difference. So I think, all things considered, I had 2 cards that would have stopped that battle, and I drew 1 of them. Which obviously was very unfortunate for you, but from your point of view, well, I'll say it was a good play. You just got unlucky on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's a story of my life, and I'm used to it. But that's okay. So we had 2 good games.
Yeah.
Trying the same decks.
Yeah.
Outcome was the same. Yeah, I've got to. If I'm going to play it this way, I've got to narrow it down to other. I've got to get the extra assets out of there. They really jammed me up.
Yeah.
That and the horrible lackey shuffling
shuffle. Yeah, I know Lucky Shuffle's not great. So yeah, I would never advise going above 3 assets unless it's maybe 1 card and you're packing a think tank for it. But yeah, cool. All right, so what's my next challenge?
Well, that's an interesting idea because I think we've tried all. Oh, I know one thing you haven't tried is we haven't played with Karita yet.
You want me to play with Karita?
I want you to play with Karita.
Okay, that could be interesting.
I'll be looking forward to it. So the question is whipping out the calendar here.
Right, hold on a second on that one. I'm just going to put, because I'm going to stop the recording in a minute or two. Just for anybody that's managed to get to the end of this, and for you, because I'm not sure if you know this or not, but I managed to go through the F20 decks with Mitch last night, and we have nailed down 7 of them, i.e. we think they are done. We've nailed Davian, Steiner and Liao, Jade Falcon, Steel Viper, Smoke Jag and Diamond Shark. So that's 1/3, that's 7 of the 21 decks sorted out.
Wow. Has Mitch submitted the Snow Raven Alliance card yet?
No, I don't even know if that's going to happen or not. And Michael said he wasn't going to print any cards, and we just said, you know what, we can make a deck without printing any new cards, and we're going to do it. So that's
Well,
the news.
here's the deal.
Stay tuned for more, folks.